All right, welcome back, guys. So we're here back on D4 for season 3. Um, so for this season, you see we have our little construct pet, but what they also introduced was these vaults. So you could basically go in and there's gonna be a whole bunch of traps, and you can offer, what are they? These pearl of warding. And basically you go through. Um, and you basically don't want to get hit by the traps. And at the end, you'll get rewards. So it's not bad, not bad. I tend to stick with just regular nightmare dungeons, but I tend to do them a little bit. But that's that season of construct. So for this season, the build that I'm going with a Necromancer, but this time a Bone Necro. So for the build, basic bone splinters all the way to acolytes. We got unliving energy 1 there, and 3 out of 3 for imperfectly balanced. Of course, bone spear, supernatural bone spear, hued flesh. Now for like blood mist, I don't know if I'm keeping that. I've been going back and forth between like Iron Maiden and blood mist. I might just get rid of that and put the points elsewhere. So I'm not 100% on that. So I have 1 point into corpse explosion for fueled by death. Just get that extra damage. And then 2 for grim harvest. And then we have death reach. Corpse tendrils, very important. This is probably one of my favorite skills on the necro. It's just so useful. And then we have plague corpse tendrils to get that vulnerable. And then I have necrotic carapace just for that fortified, help me stay alive a little bit more. And then bone spirit. So I'll get into why we have bone spirit, but 5 out of 5 for bone spirit, dreadful bone spirit, and then for these passives, just 3 out of 3 for all of them. Ossification is gonna be really good for with bone spirit and bone spear. Come down here. 3 for standalone and 3 for Motomori. And for our key passive, we have Ossified Essence. Now, a couple things. So for Bone Spirit, we have a new. For Bone Spirit, we have a new aspect. So we have Shattered Spirits aspect. Casting Bone Spirit also launches 18 splinters in all directions, dealing 200 damage and generating 6 essence per enemy hit. That is really good because bone spirit already does a lot of damage, so being able to get that and generate essence since it uses all your essence, not bad. There's another one, this one, bone spirits critical strike chance is increased by 15, pretty good. And then your maximum essence is increased by 2 for each enemy hit for 15 seconds, which is very good, especially if you get a lot of enemies grouped up with like corpse tendrils. Bam, throw the bone spirit right into there, kills them. It pretty much kills them all, I do have to say. It does a lot of damage. For the ultimate, I would like to run Bone Storm, but I would like to have lidless. If I get lidless, I'd probably run Bone Storm, so that would kind of change the build a little bit because I would have to get rid of my two-hander, which is not a bad thing. That would allow me to have a shield, which will give me more damage reductions and all that. So I'm not too worried about that, just more or less trying to get lidless. But if I get lidless, we're probably gonna switch to Bone Storm, so these points from blood mist, that's where they'll probably go. As far as like gear, right now I'm in world tier 4 because this build was able to do the capstone dungeon for world tier 4. I was surprised. I mean, of course I died a couple times, but it was able to keep up. I'm surprised. I know my druid last season, it was able to do the capstone very early on, but I was around level 57 when I completed it. I probably won't I probably won't do Nightmare Dungeons in World Tier 4 just yet. Just because I don't really have survivability yet. You can see my gear is not even maxed yet. There are still a lot of things I need to get. But it's very strong. I know by nature, Bone Spear is usually, pretty good all arounder. So my gear is definitely not anything good right now. It's just what I have. But a couple important things is you definitely want this aspect, the Bone Spirit one, where it launches splinters and generates essence. You definitely want that. I don't think you really need the Bone Spirit's critical strike chances increased. I don't think that one's too important. And of course, for Bone Spear, you want the Bone Spear, makes them vulnerable and all that. The others, these are just kind of like utility. Ossified Essence, key passive also increases the critical strike damage of your bone skills. That would be pretty good. Definitely recommend that. And I don't have anything on the chest or the helm just yet. But other than that, right now I'm running a two-hander, but depending on if I get lidless, that will change. Depending. Look at dead skirmishers for that crit strike chance. Skeletal mages, we have the cold for the increase to vulnerable enemies. And then for the golem, the increased critical strike damage. I also have the sacrificial, increases your bonuses by 23%. So it's not bad. This might have to get changed out for a different aspect. For the corpse tendrils, for grasping veins. So that one might get switched out. And also for the Paragon board. It's definitely still in the early stages. So it's just kind of what I have. I have Corporal here. And that's kind of, the first. I went to Bone Graft. Definitely want this, the Essence on Kill. That's going to be really good. But I'm just still working through this. This is not definitely, not set in stone yet. I still have to see how things are going, depending on what I want. But that's that so far. Anyways, let's do a Nightmare Dungeon or something. So for the for these governing stones, I just have Impale, Efficiency, Resource, Breaking Support, and then Flash of Adrenaline, and then Fortify and Safeguard. These are definitely not permanent ones. They're just ones I have for now until I get the others unlocked that I need. Alright, here we go. I dropped from World Tier 4 to 3 just because I don't really have the survivability for World Tier 4. We are in one of the vaults that has all the traps in it and everything.
I'm not ready yet.
As soon as we get there, I wasn't even planning to do the capstone for World Tier 4. I was just kind of going in there to see where my damage was, and I ended up getting through the whole thing. I was actually surprised. I wasn't expecting to get through it. But I did. I mean, I died a couple times, but, for the most part, I was able to do it. I was actually surprised. Okay, so we need the, that thing. So going through that, I was surprised. Bone Spear is actually, I think, going to be really good. But again, we don't have the survivability yet. Because I did go in really early, level wise. So I think for a little bit we're gonna stick to World Tier 3. Kind of level up and all that. I won't be able to use the gear anyways because of my level. So it's not that big of a deal. So I think for now we'll we'll level up here, get more things. There are 2 uniques I do want. The helm, the death visage for bone spear, and lidless, hopefully. But until then, we're just gonna stick with this. So these are the vaults that has a whole bunch of traps in them, and they have the Zoltan's warding, which basically is kind of like your hit meter. At the end, there'll be chests, and you have to use these to open them. So if you have 0, then you're not gonna be able to open any. So you kind of want to not get hit by the traps in here. So see, these are the traps. It's not impossible to avoid them, you know. It's not too bad. There are different types. This one's a poison, but I know there's a cold, and those are actually the only 2 I've done. I haven't done like any of the others, just because I haven't gotten them. So again, just go through here. Bone Spirit just annihilates.
I'm not ready yet.
Alright. Okay, we found this piece. Yeah, pretty sure we need to do this. Don't want to get hit by that. Alright, let's go. Let's get rid of these. I don't want to get hit by those. Oh, see? We got hit, so we lost one of the wardings. Now, I'm not too certain that the more you have will give you like better rewards or not. I don't know that. All I know is that you need at least a couple to open the chest. Okay, so I think, oh, we got this. I haven't seen this one before. Oh, and we got hit again. We need to go to the other side. Oh, we got hit again. Okay, what is this? Oh, it's ambush. And traps. What is this? Okay, so I have not done this one. The ones I've been doing were cold damage, and they were pretty much all the same, as in their layout. Gotta watch for that. Where are we supposed to go? I'm not quite sure. Wait, can we do this? Yeah, we can. Can we... Oh, we can go through the door. I thought it was locked. Okay. Because there's usually a room where you have to pick up something. Okay, this is kind of scary because got those going. So I think we're only going to be able to get one of the chests. Because we only have 5. Let's grab that. And then destroy them all. Haha. Let's keep on going. Grab that and then send in our bone spear. Let's see this room. This is a room that's a pain. So you got traps all over the floor. And you also have mobs spawning.
More essence. I need more time.
Or Central, help me. I mean, you can go to the outer edges of the map. Send that over there. Come on. Okay. And see, you have these chests. So, I could only get one. If I would have at least had one more, I would have been able to get this last chest. But that's basically how they work. Basically, you want to go through them. Don't get hit by the traps. And as long as you do that, as long as you go in with, or as long as you have like 10, you'll be fine. Now you could always offer more of the pearls. I think for one it gives you 10. So if you offer like 2 of them, you'll have like 20. Again, if you go in with that many, does it like increase the, you know, rarity of the rewards you get? I don't know. I just know that you need at least some to open these. But anyways, those are the new nightmare dungeons, or in addition to the others. Pretty cool, not bad. I'll keep on doing them. They seem to give pretty good rewards. And their little sigils a little bit different too. But that's my season 3 build, necro build, bone necro build. Very fun. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.